Okay, so we live in a world that is just obsessed with being seen, right? With being loud. Today, we're going to flip that on its head and talk about something really powerful, the art of building yourself quietly.
I love this because it just hits the nail on the head. Real growth, the kind that actually lasts, it doesn't come from some big, flashy announcement. Nah, it's forged in the quiet moments, in that commitment you make to yourself when nobody else is even looking.
All right, first up, let's talk about something I think we've all been guilty of at some point. I call it the announcement trap. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's that big day one post on Instagram about your new gym routine, or telling everyone you're finally going to write that book. We feel this pressure to shout our plans from the rooftops before we've even, done anything.
And what's crazy is there's some real science behind this. When you announce your goal, your brain gives you this little hit of dopamine, this feel-good chemical. It's like you get a pat on the back before you've even started the race. And ironically, that can actually drain the very motivation you need to do the actual hard work.
So look at the difference here. When you're loud about your intentions, you get this quick hit of validation, but it doesn't last. And it comes with all this wasted energy and pressure from other people. But quiet actions? That's where the real magic is. That's how you make real progress, keep your energy focused, and build this incredible inner strength. It's all about shifting from looking for applause to finding that fire inside you.
Okay, so if the announcement trap is the problem, what's the solution? Well, it's about embracing the power of silence. And I don't mean silence as in doing nothing. I mean silence as your secret weapon, your biggest advantage for real growth. And I absolutely love this way of thinking about it. Silence isn't empty. It's the presence of purpose. It's that space you carve out for yourself to get clear, to do the deep work, and to finally hear your own voice without all the other noise drowning it out.
Here's a great way to picture it. Think of your goal like a tiny seed. It has to stay underground, in the quiet and the dark, to grow strong roots, right? Silence does that for your goals. It shields them from other people's doubt and negativity. It stops you from wasting energy trying to explain yourself over and over. It just lets you build that solid foundation before you're ready to break through the surface.
It's just like an artist, They don't create their masterpiece on stage in front of an audience. Nope. It happens when they're alone in the studio, putting in those quiet, focused hours, away from all the praise and the criticism. That is where the real work gets done.
All right, that brings us to the second big idea for quiet growth. If silence is the soil, then consistency is the rain that makes things grow. But there's a major enemy to this whole process, something we all face every single day: comparison.
And man, is this true. You pick up your phone, you start scrolling, and what happens? You immediately start measuring your chapter 1 against someone else's chapter 20. It's just a highlight reel. It completely pulls you off your own path and leaves you feeling like you're falling behind. But the truth is, you're on your own timeline, exactly where you're supposed to be.
Just look at the difference here. Comparison is this loud, impatient voice in your head. It just creates doubt and makes you look to other people for approval. But consistency is different. It's calm. It's reliable. It builds real, solid confidence, and it pulls your focus back inside, to the only thing that matters: your own journey.
Ever seen how water can carve through stone? A single drop does, well, nothing. It's just a drop. But when that drop hits the same spot, again and again, day after day, year after year, it literally carves a path through solid rock. That right there is the mind-blowing power of doing small things consistently.
And that's the whole point, isn't it? The real game isn't about trying to beat somebody else. It's not about trying to win a race on a track that wasn't even built for you. The only competition that matters is you versus you. Just try to be a little better today than you were yesterday. That's it. So, this all leads to the grand finale, the payoff for all this quiet work. It's that moment when your results start to speak for themselves. And trust me, the noise they make is way, way louder than any announcement you could have posted on day one.
This really just says it all, doesn't it? Don't tell people your dreams. Show them. Anyone can talk. Talk is cheap. Action. Action builds reality. People can doubt you when you're quiet. They can underestimate you. But what they can't do is argue with the results. You don't have to say a word. Your success will be the only statement you need to make.
And when it comes down to it, who are you really trying to prove something to? There's only one person: yourself. Real validation doesn't come from likes or comments. It comes from earning your own respect by showing up and keeping the promises you make to yourself day in and day out. That builds a kind of quiet confidence that nothing and no one can ever take away. And this is the kind of noise we should all be chasing. It's not the loud, obnoxious sound of someone shouting about their plans. It's the quiet, powerful hum of inner peace. It's the feeling of deep resilience. It's that glow of authentic confidence. That's the kind of growth that actually inspires people, because they can see it's real. It's built on something solid.
So if there's one thing you take away from this, let it be this. Real power isn't about talking about your potential. It's about the quiet, daily grind of turning that potential into actual proof. It's about becoming the person you know you can be. So I want to leave you with a question, just something to think about. What are you building in silence? What's that thing you're working on, away from the noise, away from the spotlight? What are you building quietly?